Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning how to plant a money seed. You see, if you plant a mango seed, you'll be under the expectation of a harvest that will bring forth mangoes. The same thing with oranges. The same thing with plums or any fruit or anything at all. Okay, where agriculture is concerned, you know that every seed will always reproduce after its own kind, and every species will always reproduce after its own kind. Well, that same law is responsible for the results that you're getting in life. Therefore, if you want to attract more money in your life, you want to attract more prosperity, more abundance, you want to live a life of wealth, happiness, and fulfillment, then you definitely have to sow a seed. That is why I'm challenging you to sow a money seed. You see, when you understand your physical self, your psychological self, and your spiritual self, and you bring everything together, then you will understand that if anyone is teaching you other than being a multi-dimensional being, then they are teaching you wrong. And that is what brings me to the indoctrination that many of us would have received from childhood, especially if we were raised to look on the outside for a savior and a redeemer and someone who's going to supply all our needs, and they point us to look on the outside. Well, the good news is I have enough experience of what I am speaking about to point you to look within, because I know that as long as you focus your energy within, that you will get results. Now, your thoughts, they are seeds. Your mind is a garden. So if you read in the Bible about the Garden of Eden, and you think that it is literal and secular history, and you believe that there's a special garden somewhere geographically, and a man and a woman was really living in that garden, and they bring forth children, and they populate the world, well then you will have to agree that everybody is with their brothers and their sisters, and they're having children with their brothers and their sisters. You definitely have to accept that. But if you really think more deeply and you understand the Bible esoterically, if you understand it metaphysically, if you understand it psychologically, then you will understand that from the beginning to the end of the Bible, it all have to do with the human psyche. Therefore, to plant a money seed doesn't mean you giving tithes or offering, or you giving your money to some religious man who give himself a certain title. No. That is you giving your power away. That is you living in ignorance. That is you being destroyed for lack of knowledge, because doesn't matter what you be able to get in this life, it will always keep you limited. Yes. Once you have a religious and superstitious mentality, it will always keep you limited. And it will never help you to have the right concept of money, because you wouldn't want to get into spirituality, and you wouldn't want to look at the Bible esoterically unless you have an open mind. Okay, but unfortunately, most people are one-track minded, and only in the time of desperation, they'll look for answers. Okay, so my brothers and my sisters, when it comes to planting a money seed, you have to know the secret of the universe, that everything is based on energy, vibration, and frequency. Therefore, your thoughts are frequencies. So your thought frequency will put you on a certain vibration to attract that which you desire. So it means that everything is already created. Everything is already here. So if you want to attract more money in your life, you have to sow thoughts of owning money. Thoughts of having money. You have to think about what you would love to do, how you would feel if you have this amount of money. How you will serve humanity more if you have this amount of money. Then you have to have the understanding that money is energy and that you are a mass of energy. Therefore, you have to understand the law of gestation, that as you sow, you have to wait, then you're going to reap. Because as you sow, there's going to come a time when there must be a harvest. But when you understand the laws of farming, a farmer don't go and sow the seed and go back every day digging up the seed. And that's what most people just do. When they allow their mind to be so captivated with manifesting and having things in this world, because they're looking for a certain feeling from the thing, instead of they create the feeling of having the thing. Create the feeling of knowing you have in you a power that you can achieve your every desire. And all you have to do is have a burning desire and know what you want. And sow that seed into the ether, into the universe. And to do that, you have to do it with emotion. You have to do it with feeling. People looking for all different kind of technique to attract more money in their life. And it's as simple as you sowing a money seed. So you could sow a money seed of $100,000 in terms of making $100,000 a year. I'm not talking about you working for that amount. I'm talking about you saving that amount. $100,000 a year. $150,000 a year. $200,000, $250,000 a year. $500,000 a year. $1 million a year. And so on. You have to know exactly what money seed you want to sow. And you have to realize that everything you do is basically a seed you're sowing. For example, if you want a job that is making a certain amount a year and you wrote a application, or you do something to get you closer to that goal, that is you putting seed there. And I can guarantee you, as long as you persist in the wish, or in the feeling, I should say, once you persist in the feeling that your wish is already had an objective fact, and you remain faithful, it must come to fruition, because you're walking with law and order. Everything is based on law and order. So if you do not understand the laws that governs the universe, you do not understand the laws that governs humanity, you'll always be looking outwardly, and you would believe that some outside entity is causing your reality when you are the cause of everything in your life, because it is your own thoughts that are creating your reality. It is your thoughts that are creating your personality. For as a man thinketh in his subconscious, so is he. As you think in the invisible world, so shall it be expressed in this visible three-dimensional world. So my brother, my sisters, get your money seed. You have to know what is your money seed. And sow it. And don't go about looking for it. The ideas will come to you. The things to do will come to you. And you will find yourself in that state that you once imagined. Do you realize that imagination will create reality? Do you realize everything in this world that you desire, it was first a thought, it was first an idea, it was first imagined? Before a man could come up with the idea of making a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini or any of these kind of luxurious vehicles that is more suitable for flat countries, not like where we are living down here with this kind of mountainous terrain. You have to have different kind of vehicle in these parts. Doesn't make sense you have something like a Lamborghini down here. It's not gonna make sense. It's too flat. It's too low. The roads down here, they're bad. A lot of potholes and so on. And there's so much corners you have to turn every minute because how mountainous these parts are. Okay, but for those people who can go where there's a dealer that have those kind of luxurious vehicles, you can go, you can sit in it, you can feel the leather, you could smell it, you could familiarize yourself with it, you could do all of that, and you allow that to stay within your psyche, that you can go home and you can have that same feeling. As a matter of fact, when you're driving away from there in whatever vehicle, you can imagine that that is the Rolls Royce you're driving. You could imagine whichever vehicle, G-Wagon, whatever. And you could imagine it. But remember, you didn't born big. You born small. You have to learn to start small and keep expanding, expanding, and expanding, expanding. I've seen whereby I start with 0. And then I just keep expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding. And my life has changed exponentially. I've seen the change. And I normally tell people, the very first time I prove that imagination creates reality, I was in a drowsy, sleepy state. And I had a strong desire for a bottle of water when I awake, because I couldn't get time to fill my bottle with water because I don't drink tap water. I drink spring water, so I always have a bottle of water in the house. And I fell asleep with the desire that when I wake up, I would just stretch my hand and there would be a bottle of water. I did that twice. And I was convinced. Then I started to do it to all different things, all little things, little minor things. And then after that, my faith just keep growing and expanding more. Because why? I put it to work and I prove it. So my brothers and my sisters, it's not how good I sung, it's not how much I could articulate the things that I'm saying. You understand? But the real thing is that as long as you get the message and you realize it's all about doing and not just about hearing, and you put things into action, you're going to get the results. So start to plant your money seed. This is how rich you want to be. It might take you 5 years, it might take you 10 years, but you know some people that just want things overnight. They want manifesting overnight, they want things fall in the lap overnight. Man, get out of that kind of mindset. Because those things, don't look to those things to feel a certain way. No, feel that way before you get those things. And they're going to attract and bring them to you. Get on the exact frequency of the Lamborghini. Get on the exact frequency of the Rolls Royce. You can attract it in your reality. But remember, the laugh goer. Get off of your ass. Of course you have to put in more. Yeah. You have to become more self-disciplined. You have to practice more self-mastery. You have to do these things to help you to experience your wish becomes your reality. So my brothers and my sisters, it's not an easy ride. Things are not going to just fall in your lap. Okay? You have to do the work. You have to put the work in. You understand? But know exactly what you want and start working towards it. Okay? So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I can go on and on and on and on. But my encouragement to you is to plant a money seed and you'll definitely reap a money tree. Okay? You'll become the money tree. Okay, money will come from all angles, left, right, and center. Yeah, give, man. Give up your gifts, give up your talent, know your calling, know what is your purpose. And you'll prove that when you give, it's going to come back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give into your bosom. Okay? So I want to say, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying, if it really makes sense, if it really resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I definitely want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram, you like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at Black Mad Guru. And I will also encourage you to get my latest book, which is called The Secret Vagina Mystery of the Virgin Birth. Along with that, I will encourage you to get Spiritual Recipe for Better Living, plus my many other books like How to Turn Water into Wine, Your Mood is Your Fortune, the 66 books of magic, the Overcomer's Bible, where Jesus has been omitted. There's a blank space for you to write your name, which is I am. Do you know that your name is I am, and that's the name of God? You could never say I am and not referring to yourself. Yet they give you a God outside of yourself. They give you something to rule and reign over you. And when you accept that, you're actually giving your power away. So your power to have money, success, prosperity, good health, and wealth, that power lies within you. It's in no other place. And you can't watch where you at. Okay? You have to watch where you are going. That's the most important thing. The destination you're heading, that's the most important thing. So set your goals and achieve them. So my brother, my sisters, I'll definitely encourage you to get those books. And if you're not a part of my Patreon community, I'll definitely encourage you to become a part of my Patreon community and support this work. However, for those who are donating $20 or more, you have access to my course that is called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciousness. And along with that is a bonus course on self-concept. It's very important for you to understand self-concept. Very important. And it's very important for you to understand this. That the sun, the S-U-N, parallels the human imagination. And the human imagination parallels the sun. Without the sun, there's no life and there's no light. And without the human imagination, there's nothing made. There isn't anything made that was made. Therefore, when you read that in the Bible in St. John 1 and 3, it is not speaking of a man who existed thousands of years ago. It is a personification that represents the human imagination. But you have to prove it for yourself. And you can't prove it if you're just a hearer and not just a doer. So my last encouragement to you is to make sure that you check out all of the links that are down below and let your intuition lead you and guide you into what to do. Because at the end of the day, it's the choice you make in life that's going to give you the results that you're going to get in life. So with that being said, I just want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.